Good afternoon. Welcome to Space Center Houston. We are going to be talking about the Space Exploration Educators Conference with you today. My name is Angela.
I'm Casey.
And we are part of the education team here at Space Center Houston. I am the coordinator for SEEC, and Casey is one of our supervisors here in the education department and a former presenter and attendee for quite a few years for SEEC. So she's got the scoop. She knows what's going on with it. But we're going to fill you in on what SEEC is, what it's about, and how you can sign up if you haven't already. And if you already registered, a few little tips for the newbies on coming on in and what they'll be doing. So Casey, go ahead. Give them your perspective of what SEEC is.
Oh my gosh, SEEC is this amazing conference. I always looked forward to coming here every year for the past 4 years. It was like Christmas as an educator, especially a space or STEM loving educator. And so I knew when I went to SEEC, I'd be with very like-minded educators, informal and in the formal setting. So that's kind of our tribe when we come here, and it's almost like a family reunion. So we get a lot of great activities and things to implement in our classroom, as well as getting behind the scenes tours over at JSC and great networking.
Yeah, there's great opportunities. You get to learn so much. You get to have these hands-on sessions, interactive with scientists, engineers. You have astronauts involved with it. And you get to learn from them and learn things that you can take immediately back to the classroom and be able to utilize it for your students and to really help inspire them and get them going. A lot of STEM activities involved, and that's what we are all about for the SEEC conference. And like she said, a lot of our longtime attendees will say it's like coming home. It's like joining their herd or their tribe and getting together every year because they may not see people other than on social media, but they do for SEEC. Now, just to let you know, if you have questions during the presentation, you can ask those, and you can do that by emailing the DL info channel at gmail.com. So that way we will be able to see those questions and answer them for you that you might have. So this is all about helping you learn about SEEC, what it is, and tips for the conference itself. And Casey can fill you in on some of the things that she knows from coming a long time. I've been a part of the conference for many years. This is our 23rd annual Space Exploration Educators Conference, and I've been to every single one of them and working them, and I've been running them for the past about 5 years or so. So a lot of great things for there. We've got an awesome lineup of keynote speakers for you this year. We're going to give you a quick look at those, and Casey's going to run through those keynotes and what they're going to be talking about for each of those days. I'm going to pull it up so you can see a quick look at some of those. So starting Thursday morning, Casey.
All right, Thursday morning, we're kicking this off with a bang. We have our keynote scientists, our artists too, engaging students in different mediums. So this is astronauts Nicole Stott, Michael Starobin, the senior producer of NASA Goddard Space Flight Center and president creative director of 1AU Global Media. We have Keel Johnson, who's this artist, which we'll talk about a little bit later. He'll have an interactive exhibit to also be able to share on this keynote. We have Ian Sion, exhibition and program manager of Rice University Moody Center for Arts in Texas, and Jancy McPhee, the SciArt Exchange here in Texas.
So that is just to start off the conference and kick it off Thursday morning. But we've got Thursday afternoon too.
Oh my gosh. Thursday afternoon we have amazing speaker, astronaut Leroy Chow with his One Orbit company, and he was the commander of the International Space Station at one point. And so he talks a lot about engaging kids, overcoming fears and insecurities, overcoming hardships, and it's just really cool to hear about his experiences and be able to tie that into students in the classroom.
Right. And that's just to start off Thursday with just the keynotes. There's a lot of other things, and we'll go a quick view of the schedule in just a little bit, but let's tell them about Friday.
Okay, so we keep the awesomeness coming on Friday with a keynote from the James Webb Telescope, our new eyes in space. So Dr. Matthew Greenhouse will be here to talk about the James Webb Telescope and what it's going to be able to provide for us to see. Like what more can we explore, and this is going to be our eyes in the sky. So that's going to be really exciting because that's coming down the pipe.
Oh yeah, it's coming very soon for the launch and that going out there. I can't wait. I think it's going to be awesome asset and a change from what we had with the Hubble, and what we're going to be able to see is amazing. With
Exactly.
Saturday, how we're going to end the conference and send them off with a bang.
Oh my gosh, we have a phenomenal panel. We're going to have astronaut Nancy Curie. We're going to be talking about robots and how they help astronauts in space. And I know in the classroom, a lot of teachers that are involved with STEM get the robotics integrated into the classroom to make connections to the content. So I think it's going to be really fantastic to hear from this panel of humans and robots, teammates in successful space exploration. I think that's really going to end on a high note for our teachers and our attendees.
And we've got Nancy Curry listed right now because we're going to keep the rest a surprise for you of who else is going to be involved with her. We can't give away all of our secrets for you.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, so the keynotes alone are worth coming to SEEC. We've got amazing keynotes that give you so much information and will leave you inspired. They definitely will. Now, before you get here, what do you need to do? How do you register for the conference, things like that? If you want to register, if you haven't yet, if you go to spacecenter.org and look under the educational program section, you can find teacher workshops or teacher sessions, and we're under there, and find out how to register there and get that on there. So that's one thing, is make sure you register. Now, once you register, an important thing is picking your sessions. Some conferences, you just go to whatever session. We actually have you pick the sessions in advance so that we make sure everything's set for you. The presenters have what they need for you. So it's all good. And I think that's a great way to do it.
I love it. It keeps them in the sessions, it keeps those teachers engaged, and they pick what they want to be at. So it's great.
And if you don't register for it, it may be full and you don't get to do it. And make sure that sessions don't get overcrowded as well. So it helps out with that. You pick your sessions online. The same website you'd go to for register has an area to choose your sessions after you register. Now, I have to warn you, though, we have tours that go to NASA, but they're already full.
Sorry.
Those always go fill up fast and quick. But, there's still plenty of great sessions available to see and go to. We have wonderful ones, all types of robotics, everything you can think of, we've got sessions on.
Absolutely. And speaking of teachers and picking their sessions, I got a question here from the email, and it's from Jeff, and he's asking, is it only for STEM teachers? And the answer to that is no way. No. We want all types of teachers, because you can connect reading and writing and math and science.
Art.
And art, absolutely. That's one of our main focuses of this conference. So we welcome all teachers of all content areas of all grade levels.
Yeah, we have got quite a few sessions with math, and we've got science, the social studies, language arts, and even, there's a sing-along session.
I love sing-alongs.
Sing along about space. So that I want to go to that one. So I think there's a lot of great sessions for across the board. So it doesn't have to be just science or just certain one space. They're all different ones. Most of them are focused on space, but you can use that to teach anything.
Absolutely. And that's the cool thing about space, is you can integrate it into anything.
Of course, the last thing you need to do before you get here is pack your bags and make sure you've got everything ready. And we're going to give you a little hint and just a little bit of what to bring with you, kind of some of the hints. One thing is, I'll tell you, is bring technology, bring your own device. A lot of the sessions do want you to have that on board. Okay, when you get here, what's going to happen? You walk through the doors and you're amazed, because we have opening up this weekend, actually, our brand new Mars exhibit. And I have to tell you, it's amazing.
It is amazing.
I haven't been able to see everything in it because they're still working on it, but
it's incredible.
Just from what we can see, we're like awed every day at what changes with it. So it's going to be great, and you will get to be able to view that while you're here at Space Center Houston. You're just walking in the door, you see it, and you're just amazed, as I said. But you come in the doors, and right in front of you, there will be tables set up to check in. So walk up to those. There'll be alphabetical order. You'll go find your folder, and then get your information. We'll give you a bag, so we give you some swag to go with the conference, some nice swag. You'll get a neck wallet, which has your session cards in it that you will need to present to get into the sessions, and a folder with your schedule and other goodies in it, materials, and a conference booklet, of course, so that you have that. So all of the booklets are available on the website, but we'll give you a big one that's everything combined together. If you need help, there's a problem with check-in or anything like that, or you need to register here, we'd like you to register in advance, but if you happen to can't register till you get here, you decide at the last minute to show on up, just go to the help table, which is right next to our gift shop in the very front of the building. So you'll see that as well.
You know, one other thing you might get, well, you will get when you walk in the door, is a big smile at our help desk and the volunteers that are helping check you in. If you have any questions, ask them because they are so super helpful.
Oh,
And
yeah.
as a past attendee, that was always the most wonderful thing coming in when I arrive here and you see Space Center Houston and you walk in. And now this year you'll just be really in awe because you'll see this new
Oh, yeah.
exhibit, but just the people are just wonderful and helpful. So don't be afraid to ask.
Yeah, we've got a great staff, and especially the ones at the help table. I'm usually hanging out there for a good part.
Mhm.
So you can find me, or any of our staff will be able to answer your question. If not, then they'll find the answer for you.
Mhm.
So they're very good about doing that as well. All right, what do we have to eat at the conference? What do you think?
Oh, wonderful food.
Yes, we do.
Oh my gosh, the one thing I loved about this conference and still love is that they provide lunch every day,
Every
which you
day.
can't always find at other conferences. So that's a real treat. And again, you're sitting with the people that you're meeting here
Mhm.
and networking and sharing, and it's just a really cool environment.
Yeah, so we have lunch buffet every day in what we call our astronaut gallery, if you're not familiar. And that is an area that we have here at Space Center Houston that is full of spacesuits.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a lot, pretty much all of them have been in space. So it's pretty cool to even just dine in that kind of atmosphere and
Oh, yeah.
environment. It's great. And we also have Epicurean Thursday night. That is an optional $20 ticket that you can purchase when you register or at the help table as well. But Epicurean is really cool because that is a local event put on by our Chamber of Commerce.
Mm-hmm.
And they basically have all of these different restaurants come in and a tasting party.
Mm-hmm.
So you get a little taste of everything they have there. So it's well worth the $20 to be able to attend that. It's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
It's a lot of food.
Yeah, and again, more people and socializing.
Oh yeah, more people and socializing. Lots of stuff. And then of course the highlight, I think one of my favorite parts of it is the banquet Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of fun. You get to get dressed up, and you don't
Oh,
have to
yeah.
get formal, but semi to business.
Yeah.
Get all dolled up, for us girls. And
Absolutely. Put on
and
your
we've
dancing
got
shoes.
a great band this year called Rocket Town. So they're going to be giving us some nice tunes to dance to, and I know Kaci loves to dance. I love to dance, so we'll be on the dance floor. You can count on that.
That's right. Appropriate name too, Rocket Town.
Rocket, I know. That's why. That's one of the reasons we chose them. Was 'cause,
Yeah.
well, they sounded good.
Yeah, that's always
That's important. Yeah, and then the name was like, gotta have them.
Exactly.
Right. All right. We do have a brief look at the schedule just to give you an idea of what it looks like from day to day. And we're going to just quickly kind of go through this, not take too many details or time on it, so that you can see. Of course, Thursday morning, you check in bright and early. We do start at 7:15 with opening the doors and letting you in. The conference doesn't start quite that early.
Mm-hmm.
If you need more information, we have a wonderful session called SEEC 101, and it's Brian Ewenson does it. And he's one of our longtime SEEC attendees and presenters. He's done it all the years but one.
It's amazing.
He missed the first year.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, he missed the first year.
Good track record.
But he has a good track record. So he's very experienced, and he's actually the director of education at a museum in Sheboygan.
That is really cool.
So he gives you all the information you need, what we're telling you pretty much, but he'll do it there at the conference for those who've missed our broadcast or just needs another refresher. And then we've got, of course, the keynote after that at 8:15 with our wonderful Nicole Stott being there and all the other wonderful, that's just going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And then we start at 10 o'clock with our first session, 11:30 to 12:30 is lunch. Then we've got start the next session, and then the third one, we have 3 sessions per day. And then we have our final keynote for that day, Leroy Chow.
That's
in
pretty
the afternoon.
awesome.
Yeah. And this actually normally don't have one on Thursday, but we know,
Exactly.
hey, why not?
Yeah.
Bring them on in. And then at 5:30, we are going to have people kind of hanging out for a little bit until we can get ready to open the doors for Epicurean at 6:30. So you can stay and enjoy a little fun after the keynote with us, or you can head out and come back in at 6:30. So it's a great day right there. Now on Friday, give them an idea what's Friday's going on.
All right. So again, you've got 7:15, the doors are opening, and then you have our next keynote, the James Webb Telescope. Then after that, we have the NASA Mini Innovation Day and the vendor booths. Now this is one you definitely want to hit up sometime on Friday, so you can go around and check out what these different vendors have, and they're all related to space, and it's really cool to pick up things you can take back to your classroom and share with your kids.
Yeah, we've got a lot of people from JSC that are coming over and having booths set up. We've got, we're going to have a moon rock here.
Oh, that's so incredible.
Isn't that cool? We've got moon rocks, a collection already, but this is one that you're going to get a really good close-up look at. That's going to be in one of the booths, and so many other great things that are going to be there that they'll be able to talk to you and tell you what they're doing in their programs and what's going on and happening, so you can get firsthand account from them other than all the sessions that we're doing. So it's a nice little thing to have. Dedicated time in the morning, and then they will be open until 1
Mm-hmm.
o'clock that day. There's also a session for it.
Yes.
So the first session, 10 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
you can sign up to go to Mini Innovation as your session as well. And what else?
Okay, so then you have you have your lunch, and then you have your second session, your third session, wrapping up at the end of the night, afternoon to get ready for the night. So your banquet's going to start around 7:15. And of course, that includes your dinner, which is also fantastic and it's beautiful setup. And then dancing after dinner. So it's a good time.
And the banquet takes place in our main area. We call it the Plaza here at Space Center Houston. So this huge open area. And we're going to be staring while you're dining at the Mars exhibit. So that'll be cool seeing that going on and also listening to the great music. All right, let's round it up with Saturday. Saturday conference doesn't end. Still got plenty going on. Some people like to leave early. We're like, no,
they're missing out.
But a lot going on. But we open the doors again about 7:30 in the morning. 8:30 is the first session. 10:30 is the next one. Then we have lunch from 12 to 1. And then after that, we are actually during lunch, part of it, Jerry Ross is actually going to do a book signing.
That's pretty cool.
So he'll be signing his books by our gift shop area. And we might have a couple other book signings going on. We just are finalizing those things. So
never know.
But we'll let you know. And then we've got the third session and our keynote after that, which will be the Humans and Robots one with Nancy Curry. And then after that, we give some fabulous door prizes away. We have so many door prizes we normally give out, and we give out cool stuff. You have to admit that, Kaci.
I'm always hoping that I win something, and I've never won anything.
And this year, you can't win either.
I know. That's okay, though. I will cheer on the people in the audience.
And then, of course, right after that, you'll be able to pick up your certificates for the conference because you do get professional development hours for it. It totally equals up if you do everything to about 24 hours of professional development. So that's pretty cool right there. What other conference can you get that at?
Not really anywhere.
None? Yeah, I don't think there's any conference you can get that much professional development from. So we give you plenty of that. All right, well, of course, we've got some good stuff for you that you could actually purchase from us if you would like, because we've got our SEEC t-shirt. I've got a limited supply coming in, so you want to get it fast and early. And it's pretty cool, I think. I can't wait to get one. And it's going to be a nice soft material this year. I like it. It's going to be heather blue color.
I love them. And
then we're doing a polo as well. That'll have the SEEC logo on the front of it. So here. Stuff on this that is if you're taking Hey there, I think we got disconnected for a second, but closed-toe shoes for tours is what we're talking about. Attire, just something comfortable. You know, you're going to be doing sessions. You may be on the floor doing a session because they are very interactive. I know one's building balloons and things like that, rockets, another one. So there's so many interactions. So you just want to make sure you are comfortable when you do that. And of course, the banquet attire, business casual to semi-formal. We get pretty dressed up, you know, for it, but it's up to you how dressed up you want to get and fancy.
Exactly.
And we have a lot of groups who this is just their favorite thing because they'll even bring things to put on their table for decorations.
Even the boas, the pink boas.
Pink boas, yes, glasses. You know, the Canadian group always brings a lot of stuff to put on their table.
Oh, yeah, they're a lot of fun.
I know the group from Australia has already mentioned they're bringing swag for their tables. So.
It's a good time.
And some yummy cookies, too. So I'm looking forward to it.
Can't wait.
The Tam Tam.
I love Tam Tam.
That's what they're bringing.
So delicious.
All right, so that's just a little bit of that. And the locations for these sessions that go on are mostly here at Space Center Houston. We do a couple at Johnson Space Center and the Gilruth Center, and the tours are generally at Johnson Space Center as well. But that's the general idea. One reminder, though, if you end up on a tour that takes a bus, make sure you're there early. The buses leave 10 minutes before the start time of the tour, and that's to make sure it gets to the tour in time. So that's the one thing you do have to look at and keep an eye on to make sure you don't get lost and not get there in time or miss your tour at all, because we're not able to take you if you miss it. Social media. Tell them a little bit about what we do with social
Oh,
media.
good. I'm glad you brought that up because we had a question about social media. What are the ways to connect with SEEC presenters and participants on social media? Well, join the SEEC Facebook page, facebook.com/group/SEEC at SCH.
It's on your screen. You can see it there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and there's a hashtag SEEC Space this year, and reach out to them, say hi, say hello, share pictures of their sessions, before, get to know them beforehand. And I mean, some people hang out together at hotels before or after, and just, expand more on what they've learned that day.
There's groups that go out to dinner Saturday night afterwards.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I usually join them for that one. That one's fun.
Good time.
But there is, social media, that's a big thing. And this Facebook group is designed for, to ask questions about SEEC and to get to know the people that are coming to SEEC. But it's more than that too. I've seen a couple of posts recently. It was like, find out information. It's like, hey, I'm trying to teach this to my kids. How do I do that? And, somebody will answer you and give you tips on what to do and how to reach out to, your kids and do certain activities that maybe you're having trouble with. It's a great way to stay connected year round, not just during SEEC time.
Yeah, and just keep
It's a
sharing.
great page.
Yeah, things work, things don't work, or even other teacher opportunities. So it's pretty fantastic.
Now this year, as part of the keynote on Thursday, the first one, Kyle is coming, and he's got this wonderful project that he does.
Yes.
And a wonderful thing he's going to do here with the teachers. And I'm going to let Kaci kind of tell you about that. I'm going to bring a picture up of some of his work, and she's going to fill you in on what he's actually doing at SEEC.
So Kyle Johnson is a really cool guy. He's an artist out of LA in California, and what he does is a lot of his work is building things out of cardboard that have functionality or represent something. And this one specifically is going to allow our teachers and the general public to engage in a Space Center Starfleet. Yes, you heard that right. There will be a Starfleet at Space Center Houston.
Gonna be cool.
At above the kids' play space, the Angry Birds area, and up there you can design and build your own spacecraft or rocket ship or anything else that you feel will be a part of this. It's actually going to be an exhibit after the conference. So you build, you cut, you paint, and then you can get your pictures with it, take a selfie, and then it becomes a part of that exhibit for, I don't even know how long it's going to be up there, but for a while. And so that's just really cool. We've never had anything like that. And he's just a really neat artist. You can follow him on Instagram and Twitter and just see some of the work that he's done. So I am so excited about Kyle. He's a cool guy.
It's going to be neat. And there is a hashtag for any pictures of the things you create during it. And it's Space Center Starfleet. For if you want to do that, if you put it on Instagram, you could do the little hashtag so that everybody can see the awesomeness that was created here during that time period. Now, every year we have a very special award we give out, and it's the Sherry Brindley Outstanding Educator Award. And this came about because we had a presenter who she came to SEEC for years and years, and she also came to other things that we did for education here at Space Center Houston. And Sherry Brindley was her name, and it was just the most inspiring person. She got her kids going. She even had her kids present with her, and actually they taught the session.
That's awesome.
So she encouraged them to try new things and try out, and she awed and inspired me and everybody that met her. And unfortunately, she lost a battle that she had.
Right.
But we honor her every year and honor all the outstanding teachers that are out there with an award at SEEC. And we're looking for people to get nominated for it. So we need nominations to come in, and you can do that on the website, spacecenterseek.org. You can find the nomination form. And if you know a teacher that's coming, nominate them if they're an outstanding teacher.
Absolutely.
And most of you are, or all of you.
Oh, you're all rock stars. So, yeah, we need some applications, nominations, so we can really recognize them.
Yeah, because we want to recognize all the outstanding people out there, and there's some that just go, above and beyond. And
absolutely.
I know Kaci was one of those, so when she was in the classroom. So we want to make sure those get shared and talked about. And with honoring Sherry is one way we're able to do it. She was a rock star herself, and still is.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So we got a few fun activities that we do for the conference. You know, we want it to be fun and
Mm-hmm.
have everybody to have a great time, which they do anyway. So a couple of those is we've got a digital scavenger hunt.
Oh, it's
And I
so
think
much
Casey's played this before with it. And
fun.
a lot of you longtime seekers, you've played it a couple of years ago when we did it, and they were pretty competitive when they played.
It's intense.
Oh
I
yeah.
was addicted to that because I wanted to win. I mean, there's usually a really good prize at the end, but yeah, there's some people that were very hardcore, but it's so engaging
Mhm.
because it evolves as the conference progresses. So there's new questions and new
Yeah.
challenges. So you got to stay on top of your game. You got to
Mhm.
stay, aware of what's
Got to
going
keep an eye
on.
on it.
You
Yeah.
totally do.
I would like one year we did it, and there would be people posting, "Are you going to post another question? Are you going to post another question or another
Mhm.
mission?" I'm like, "I'm not telling you."
That's
But we
right.
pop missions up just as they pop in our head, kind of sometimes.
Yeah, really?
It's like, let's do this. But the way you'll be able to access that way here is for the smartphones and devices. You can download the game. It's called Goose Chase on your iPhone or Android app, and location, and be able to do that. And then the name of the game on there is SEEC 2017 at SEH.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll just find that preloaded before the conference, because we don't start it when the conference starts. I
Mhm.
usually start it the Monday before the conference.
Yeah, you got to be
So we want to
early.
know things about you getting here and things you're doing to get ready for SEEC in
That's
there.
right.
So, and it ends at lunchtime on Saturday.
Yep.
And so that's so that during our door prize section and towards the end there, we can award the winner, whoever's top on that leaderboard. So
That's
we'll
exciting.
see who it's going to be this year.
Mm-hmm.
I know a couple of people that will be.
Oh, yeah, they're chomping at the bit.
Yeah. Another fun thing that we do is we have a prize wheel, one of those, giant spinning wheels that you can do, that will be at the help table. And there's different ways that we give out tickets to be able to
Mhm.
do that. It could be you're looking for Waldo at lunch one day,
Mhm.
and Waldo will give you a ticket.
That's right. And
Yeah,
then you
or
get to,
somebody wearing a monkey on their head.
yeah.
Who knows what it could be, or a
Or the
rocket ship.
goose. The
A
goose.
goose. Yep, we've
Yep.
got a goose chase. So we've got a goose. So you may have to kiss the goose or do something. Yeah,
Ooh.
who knows? You may have to tell Casey a joke.
That's right. I love a good joke. You have to make me laugh.
So there's different things that may be involving our staff and things like that, but we'll post a lot of those on the Facebook page for things that you have to do. Or it could be one of the goose chase missions is, do
Mhm.
this and take a picture and get a ticket.
Yep.
So we've got fun little prizes that go on the wheel. It could be something from retro SEEC stuff
Mm-hmm.
to, a rubber ducky. So
You never know.
you never know.
Got to play to win, though.
My favorite one is random stuff from my desk, because it is literally random stuff from my desk.
Oh, yeah, but it's
Yeah.
it's
But it's cool stuff.
it is cool
It's
stuff.
not pencils and pens. It's cool stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Now let's tell you what another thing going on is. We talked a little bit already about door prizes
Mhm.
Saturday, so we've kind of filled you in about that. Certificates, you can get those. Surveys.
Mm.
We
Yep.
value your opinion and what your thoughts are on the conference. So we'll have a couple of different ways to do surveys. We'll have in each session a paper version that you can fill out,
Mhm.
or we'll have it where you can digitally go online and do the session evaluations as well. So either way, but we ask that you do those for every session, and then there'll be an overall one as well for you to fill out and to be able to do.
Yep.
Okay, Casey, since you are our expert presenter
Oh.
attendee, that's been here for so long, can you give them what would be the best tip or idea you could give them when coming to the conference?
Well, obviously, you just want to have fun. I mean, you want to share your passion, and you've focused on one specific thing that you do in your classroom. You do it well with the kids, and just bring all that excitement and passion to your session and share that with your educators. And it could be just a handful, or it could be a full house, but don't let that determine whether or not your excitement and enthusiasm. Just go ahead and rock that session, even if there's one person, because you're going to reach that one person.
Oh,
You may
yeah.
reach 40 people, and that's the important part, to be able to share that with them so they get inspired, take it back to their
Mhm.
classroom, and then get their kids inspired and passionate about those same things. So definitely pack well. Make sure you get all your materials.
Yeah.
It's number one. Make sure all your materials will ship. So if you're shipping to us, there
Right,
is
you
an
can do that.
address.
And there's information in the presenter material that
Mhm.
they should have gotten sent to them how
Yeah,
to do
just
that.
make sure it'll get here on time. Or if you're packing it, make sure you can get it through security. I had a bunch of robots last year, and they stopped and questioned me very thoroughly. So
I do have
made it
robots.
through, though. I was like, whew, made it, and had an awesome session. Make sure you have all your handouts, kind of a checklist before you leave home so you don't forget anything. Let's see, and then you get there, we have lots of great places to do your presentation, so I'm sure you'll be in an awesome room and you'll have awesome groups. And then After that, just
Have fun.
have
Yeah.
fun. Really, it comes down to
Any
it.
as coming as an attendee, is there
Mhm.
anything that you can think of that they would need to, the number one thing? I know bring their device, which we
Mhm.
talked about already. Anything else they might want to bring?
Physically, device or pen and paper, depending if you have to take notes,
Yeah.
if you're going back to your schools to share. Every session will have some sort of handouts. Make sure you collect that and take it with you, and don't leave anything behind. Um, and really go in with an open mind. All these sessions are
Oh
meant
yeah.
to be amazing. We've handpicked them, and so try always give myself the rule of try and pick one thing I can take from every session I go to take back and try in my classroom immediately, even if it's doesn't turn out to be what I want it. Find that one thing though that you can really
Yeah.
grasp onto
There's
and
usually
take it
always
back.
something you can
Yeah,
take back from it. And
absolutely.
need that. Yeah. All right, let's see if we have any questions. Does anybody else ask any questions? Or don't forget, you can ask some. It was DL Info Channel
Channel
at
at
gmail.com.
gmail.com.
Sorry.
So we do have another question. This person wants to know how SEEC got its start.
Oh, I know I've been here. We actually started not even as SEEC. It started as the International Space Station Educators Conference
Oh,
long time ago,
see, I
like
didn't even know
23 years ago.
that.
Yeah, and it was basically an idea to do professional development for teachers to help learn about the space station
Mhm.
because it was right before we actually even the station had launched and just ideas were coming up about it. So they came up with the conference and started, and it was nowhere near the size of what it is now. It
Right.
was a lot smaller, but it has grown quite a bit. We're looking at 500 teachers this year. So
It's very exciting.
yeah, so that'll be great to have that many here. And it just grew from there. And we decided at one point, it needed to be more than just the space station. It needed to be more
Mhm.
everything in
Right.
space. So that's when it became
Absolutely.
the Space Exploration Educators Conference. So we can touch a little bit on everything. Right?
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Yeah, we've got them coming in.
Great.
So, recommendations how to connect with our participants. We kind of highlighted that with the
Yeah.
social media aspect, and we will have an online place to share
Materials and
materials
stuff.
from the
Yeah.
session. So, that'll be coming out a little bit later. She says, I'm flying into Bush Airport on Wednesday, late
Hmm.
morning. Love to get a ride if someone's renting a car. Well, social media
Yeah.
is the perfect place, and the SEEK Facebook page is really a great place to
I
connect.
yeah.
Because
I've seen those posts before on the Facebook
oh
page.
yeah,
Yeah.
and last year I was a part of that
Yeah.
where I'm like, hey, I'm coming in at this time at the airport. We literally waited for four other people, and we piled in this truck, and our luggage was bursting out the back of his truck. But we all had a great time. We made some memories on the drive down, and it was
Oh yeah.
fantastic. So just reach out on social media because everyone's there to help.
Oh yeah, there's the other attendees and presenters are they're fabulous and wonderful. That's why I say it's like family getting together every
Mhm.
year, and I really enjoy seeing the people that I've seen for a lot of
Absolutely.
years and all the new
Yeah.
people too. So it's great
Yeah.
meeting the new people as well.
It's so
Any other
fun.
questions we have?
We do. This person is getting to Houston a day early, wants to explore Space Center Houston
Mhm.
on Wednesday. Any recommendations?
Well, what you can do is you've got a little time maybe during the conference to do some of it, but we have early bird check-in on Wednesday, and actually we didn't cover that. So that's a
Right.
good thing that they brought that question up.
Mhm.
We have early bird check-in from 2 to 5.
Mhm.
So you can come and check in, get your materials ahead of time on Wednesday, and then, check in and then tour the center.
Yeah.
Walk around and look at everything. Check out the new Mars exhibit and our,
Independence Plaza.
yeah, so I was
Check
about to
out the
say, our
airplane.
airplane and shuttle that are out there that you can walk through and check those
Mhm.
out. Those were opened last year right before SEEK, and
That
now
was so
this year before
exciting.
SEEK we got Mars exhibit
I
opening.
know.
Wonder what's going to happen next year before
I
SEEK.
don't know. Can't wait though.
All right, any other questions?
This person, they didn't get to sign up for an MBL tour. Is it still available to the general public on Wednesday?
The MBL tour is not a tour that's actually available to the general public other
Mhm.
than certain times of the year, usually holiday times, 4th of July,
Mhm.
that kind of thing. But I'll give you a little hint. We've got something called the swap board.
Mm.
Yeah, right next to the help table, there will be an area where people can put their sessions up they've decided they're not going to go to or they can't make it to. And sometimes you'll find the really good tours up on there as well.
Yep.
So that's the best thing to do is check the swap board, check the help table. Maybe somebody canceled and a spot has come open.
Mhm.
So you can do that as well.
Yep, that's a good pointer right
Yeah.
there. That's all the questions I have that have come in so far.
All right.
Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's
Anything
anything
else you think of we need to tell them to make sure they're good to go and it's going to be so much fun. If you're not registered, talk your administrators into it. There's a letter online to help you do that
Mm-hmm.
if you haven't done that yet. Find a way to get here. It's so cool and so
It's
fun.
worth it.
Yeah,
It really is.
if you can't make it next year, think about or this year. Think about next year. We
Absolutely.
have 50 something scholarships have given out this
Yes.
year. So, there's opportunities, but you have to apply early to get those to make sure
Mm-hmm.
you
But
get
yeah,
them.
the scholarship was a good point though. So
Hmm.
keep your eye out for next year
Yeah.
and write something, really share why you want to be a part of this
Hmm.
and we go through every single one and it's amazing and it's hard to pick, but get it in
Yeah.
early and we would love to have you here.
All right, let's check for one last question if anybody has one. If not, then
Like fresh here.
all right. Well, I hope that you have gotten some great information from us today about SEEK and what it's about and what you need to do and all the information you might need. And we hope that you register. Just remember, I'll bring up the website real quick so that you can see. It's spacecenterseek.org if you want to go and kind of check out everything about it if you're not registered and get that letter to help talk to your administrators. And
Mm-hmm.
the Sherry Brindley thing is on there, so that's a good thing. And if it's not for this year, we hope maybe you can join us next year. I think they snuck one question in, so let's grab it real quick. And
Okay. Yep, we
before we
had
go,
the Goose Chase. Downloaded it. Only see 2014.
it's
So.
not up yet.
Correct.
The game is not up yet, so you can't really find it yet. But if you check the Monday before, or Monday the week of the conference,
Mm-hmm.
it will be live and ready to go. So it won't let you download it quite yet.
Yep. That's correct.
All
That's how
right.
it worked that one time.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us. Hope you got a lot of good information. We've had a great time.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun.
Enjoyed talking to you. So, hope to see you at SEEK. Come say hi to Kaci and I. We'll be there
Excited
the whole
to see ya.
time.
Woohoo!
Have a great day.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye.